Hey guys, my wife and I purchased 113 acres of land in Sanford, Maine to build a campground, and we needed a way to get around the property. After considerable research, we purchased the Polaris Ranger EV in 2021. And in this video, I'll share with you 8 points I've come up with after using this machine for almost 3 years. It isn't all good, but it isn't all bad either. We've got several items to cover like battery life, noise level, power, speed, and more. So let's get after it right now. Before I do that, my name is Michael Patterson. My wife, daughters, and I hope to one day run this campground together. And if you want to learn everything there is to know about building a campground, click subscribe and tap the bell so that you'll be the first to know when we post another video. All right, first guys, let's talk about noise level. I went with electric over gasoline because I wanted it to be as quiet as possible. I'm hoping to build one of the best campgrounds in Maine, and I needed the side-by-side to be quiet, especially when I'm driving around very early in the morning or at night. In this thing, the noise made from rolling over the ground is louder than the powertrain. For this reason, I'm going to give it 5 out of 5 stars. When it comes to being quiet, I really felt like I got what I paid for. I have a lot of neighbors opposing the efforts to get this campground approved, and I think this electric side-by-side is a step in the right direction to show them how we want to stay green and environmentally friendly. Second, payload. Long story short, the bed is for light loads, things like leaves, bark mulch, and maybe some firewood. But don't try to fill the rear with maybe more than half full of gravel. The suspension simply won't take the load and you could break it. So 3 stars for load capacity. Third, let's talk about speed. Well, I didn't buy this thing to go fast. We have over 100 acres, so I needed to get around reasonably well on heavily forested land. The Polaris Ranger EV has 3 modes, high, medium, and low. Most of the time I have it in medium, which it gives me about 14 to 15 miles an hour. High can get me up to 24, 25 miles an hour, and when I had it in low, I could get it up to about 12. I use low when I'm pulling a trailer, which I'll get to in a few minutes. Guys, this thing goes plenty fast enough for me, so I'm giving it 5 out of 5 stars. Fourth, let me show you how to charge this thing. You undo these side straps, which I never fasten because I'm charging it almost every day. Then you fold down the brush bar, then pull open the hood and plug it in. Guys, this process isn't a big deal, but you know, it really could have been engineered a little bit better. The EV model apparently uses the same cab parts as the gasoline model. Check out the plug on the gasoline intake. Why didn't Polaris put a charging plug right there like Tesla did? I plug this thing in almost every day, and Polaris made charging difficult when they could have made it easy. And I know in the newer models they put it on the side, but that doesn't help me. For that reason, I'm giving it 1 star because they made it difficult to charge. Fifth, let's talk about power. Guys, when this thing is in low 4-wheel drive, it really comes down to weight to keep the wheels from spinning. This thing is a beast. I've hauled a trailer loaded with 2 cords of wood up hills, and this thing doesn't struggle at all. As far as power goes, it has more than enough, so I'm giving it 5 out of 5 stars again. But hold on guys, I'm giving it some more low star ratings coming up. Guys, my other job is working as a realtor with my daughter Margaret. So if you're interested in a particular neighborhood in York County, Maine, just give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or our favorite, schedule a Zoom. We can help you make a smooth move to Southern Maine. All right, 6, filling the batteries with water. As frequently as I charge this thing, I have to fill the water in the batteries every 2 weeks. Thankfully, I was adamant with the dealership about putting in the aftermarket battery filling system before I took delivery.
I just want to add, without this aftermarket pump system that I had the dealership install, I'd have to pop all the caps off the cells of the battery and fill them all with some sort of funnel. Major pain.
If I had let them send it to me without the water filling system, I probably would have sold this thing on Facebook with burnt out batteries. You can bet that the Polaris engineers knew that refilling the batteries on a regular basis was a major hassle, and they rushed the side-by-side to market. Filling the batteries doesn't even deserve 1 star. 7th, suspension. I'm not going to lie, when I'm in the woods, I sometimes take high-speed turns and even fly over bumps. The suspension on this thing is excellent. I frequently ride with passengers, and I'm amazed at how good it goes over the bumps. This thing is tough, and it saves my back compared to other side-by-sides I've driven. I'm giving the suspension 5 stars. Guys, if you're finding this video informative and you're a giving person, please give it a like. I know it's small, but it really helps us a lot. Thanks. 8th, cold weather operation. I'm in Maine and it's January right now. Today, it's just below freezing. I still drive it a few times a week. When the temperature drops below freezing or down near 0 degrees, the duration of the charge drops to about 25% of what it is in the summer. Guys, it's awful. After a quarter of a mile, it can be down as much as 5%, and it drops fast if you're hauling anything. Of course, most of the time I'm in the woods making lots of turns or on rough turf, so the battery just doesn't last long. After 3.5 miles, I was down to 50% of battery today. At 20% of battery, it was crawling maybe 1 mile per hour, and soon after, it died right there. My guess is that I might get maybe 5 miles on a hard surface before this thing is dead in sub-freezing weather. For this reason, I'm giving it 2 stars, and only because there is a meter on the dash that allows me to make sure I don't end up stranded in the woods. Guys, if you have a question or can add value to this video, please leave a comment down below. I'll respond as soon as possible. Thank you. I hope you found this video informative, and if you did, please remember to hit the like button and subscribe. And until next time, let's build a campground.